What's up, guys? Welcome to another snippet. And as I mentioned earlier, we had like the privilege of somebody just sponsoring our first episode with giving us like nice glasses of wine, refreshments. And let the person introduce themselves and their brand, and then we can just run through a little few things that the brand has to offer today in Cape Wine 2022. So introduce yourself and tell people what you do.
Thank you. My name is Lolo Maphatsoe, and I am a digital brand manager working at DGB, and I am responsible for managing three of the wines, namely Old Road Wines, Bellingham Wines, as well as Friars Cove. And then I have the privilege of also doing digital strategies for Gorgeous.
That's huge because the craziest part is I was even talking with some of the content creators, like wine industry is so huge, but at times I think most people tend not to be in tune with what's happening in terms of social media.
Yes.
So when you meet somebody like, we're talking about digital brand manager in the wine industry, that's a big thing. So about the 4 wines that you just mentioned, right? The 4 brands, like for somebody who's new, like even for me, I just saw the name Gorgeous. How is it? Are we talking about red, white, or are we talking about bubbles? Can we just go in deep briefly? Just take us through briefly the 4. Like this is this and this contains this, and if you're trying to have the wine, under what occasion would you have it?
Absolutely. So as you said, the wine industry is a very big space. I would consider it an ocean. It's ever evolving, and I am so privileged to actually be a person of color that is a key player in the industry. And I'll just mention briefly, my history is actually advertising, but because I loved wine so much, I took it upon myself to upskill myself, do wine studies, and then just merge the tools together. And in that, I have the privilege of representing 4 wines, as you've mentioned. 4 brands, and each brand is really different, so you have to speak to the audience differently for each brand, how you communicate, what you're communicating. It's got different price ranges, so you're appealing to different audiences. So you want to say the right thing, you want to be in the right spaces, and you obviously want engagement on your digital platforms, social media, Google, and now you can almost integrate both traditional and digital marketing together into the marketing world. So in our glasses right now, we've got Gorgeous. Gorgeous is a sparkling wine. It's made in a champagne style, but as you know, we can't call it champagne because champagne is trademarked. So anything that's made in the Champagne region can be called champagne, but if it's made outside of Champagne, you call it sparkling wine. In South Africa, our sparkling wine is known as Cap Classique. Previously, Method Cap Classique, so we've dropped the method now, so we're calling it Cap Classique. And what that means is we take it through a second fermentation in the bottle. So I'll try to say it as simply as possible.
In a layman's language,
yes,
right?
I'll try to simplify.
Perfect. Let's do it.
I'll try to simplify how Cap Classique is made.
Yeah.
You've got your 2 base wines. We've got a Chardonnay and a Pinot Noir in this blend. So it's made traditionally. It's as if you're making a still wine. And then what happens is it's bottled, and then in that bottle they add yeast. Once it's closed with a crown cap, that's when the fermentation starts happening. So that's where the bubbly and the carbonation actually happens. Once that's established, the winemaker decides, okay, I'm going to keep it for about 36 months or 48 months, depending on their style of wine. And then only then do they open the crown cap and put the cork in, and then it's sealed. So that's how traditionally Cap Classique or champagne is made.
Amazing. So that's one brand.
That's just the one brand.
Yeah, but now briefly for the other 3 brands, what can you just give us hints of something on the other 3 brands?
Okay, we've got Old Road Wines, so that's in Franschhoek. It's got a lot of, it's in the name, very French influence on the wines. So you're looking at different types of varietals. We've got our Sauvignon Blancs, we've got Chenin Blanc. But what's nice about all three brands is we look at terroir. So what terroir is, its soil profile is, do we have the right soil to get the quality of grape that we want to make the wine for, you know? So you almost are specific with the sites that you're picking the grapes from. And that's what makes all three ranges different, and that's what makes it also have a commonality. So yeah, that's Old Road, and we have some old vines as well. So what old vines are, it's vines that are older than 35 years in South Africa, and then they get certified as old vines. So we use some of those, and the reason why they get certified is because it's so hard to maintain a vine in South Africa for more than 20 years. So if you've done it for more than 35 years, it's almost like a recognition that you can take care of the land that you have, and the grapes are going to be more concentrated, the flavors are going to be very strong, and you're going to have a very beautiful, structured, balanced wine. Yeah.
I respect that. I respect that. So here's the thing. I want you to tell people where they can find more information about you guys, and any parting shot that you can give them, that my listeners and watchers like out there. Just give them the message, the parting shot, and tell them where they can find you.
So our wines are actually available globally at big retailers. You can go to Pick n Pay, you can go to Checkers, Spa. Our wines are available there. You can find us on social media. So if you go to @Old Road Wine on all platforms, at Gorgeous Wines, website, we really are everywhere. I think I'll bring the bottles. I'll bring a bottle from each so that we can just show the branding, what it looks like.
For sure.
And then
we'll even do one better. We'll come and do like the shots from your stand. So,
awesome.
We can mix it up with this interview as we're watching. And
okay.
When we're talking about digital strategies, come on. That's what I do. That's what I do. So,
yeah, and one closing thing, wine is beautiful. There's a lot of education around it, and I think people shouldn't fear it. Yeah. The industry has made it elite, but we should take away the snobbery from it and start drinking more and learning more about it. It's a really great fermented juice.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
I appreciate you. I'll pass by your stand and we can get some nice shots and even pictures maybe.
Awesome. I'd love that.
Thanks for watching, guys. And that was a proud sponsorship by
DGB and Gorgeous Wines.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.